Hello pumpkins, and welcome to the Fat Cow Chronicles, presented by me, a fat cow. If you took every experience I've ever had, every place I've travelled, every song I've listened to, every book I've read, every class I've taken, every film I've watched, every person I've ever met, whether just briefly or for years, be them friends, family, relationships, acquaintances, work colleagues, a cashier at the till, the doorman on the door, every injury I've ever sustained, every time I visited the doctor, basically every experience I've ever experienced in the history of ever, and put it into the blender that is my brain and whizzed it around, you would get the person that is me. Basically, what I'm trying to say in a really cack-handed way is that we are all unique, because nobody has lived our lives, experienced our experiences, and done the things that we've done. Foodie Beauty is very complex. She is an enigma. She's unlike anybody I've ever seen before. She is a fascinating train wreck. I believe that there is some evidence to explain Foodie Beauty and Foodie Beauty's behaviour. Explain the behaviour, not excuse it. This is for entertainment purposes only, a little bit educational, but entertainment. I am not formally diagnosing Foodie Beauty. I do not have the qualifications or the cojones to do that. I am merely going to present the information that I have found, backed by information from very credible sources, and I will let you make up your mind. First, the boring bit, otherwise known as science. The Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, currently in its 5th issue, the DSM-5, get it? It currently lists nearly 300 mental illnesses, divided into 20 chapters, covering 1,120 pages. It lists the symptoms and other criteria that is needed to diagnose mental disorders and is used by healthcare professionals worldwide. For the sake of simplicity, I will only touch on the chapters that are relevant to this video and Foodie Beauty. Firstly, we have the personality disorders. I want to focus on borderline, histrionic, and narcissistic. Next, I want to touch on behavioural disorders, particularly oppositional defiant disorder, or ODD. While I do suspect that Foodie Beauty has ADHD, this is not something that is easy to ascertain over what is presented on social media. We would need to see what Foodie Beauty does when she's not on camera, during the boring times, the quiet times, in order to get a more definitive diagnosis. Additionally, under the umbrella of behavioural disorders, Foodie Beauty has reported to have depression and anxiety. Again, without seeing Foodie Beauty's whole life and how she is off camera, this isn't something that I can tackle. People with borderline personality disorder have a tendency to swing towards instability and impulsiveness. People with BPD tend to cling to others close to them and crave reassurance and validation, and are terrified of abandonment. They often have angry outbursts or severe mood swings, suffer from a feeling of hopelessness, may have paranoia, and may have a tendency to self-harm or have suicidal ideation or threaten self-harm or suicide. In order to be diagnosed with borderline personality disorder, a patient must exhibit at least 5 of the criteria shown on your screen. I will only mention those that I feel are applicable. A frantic effort to avoid real or imagined abandonment. A pattern of unstable and intense relationships characterized by alternating between extremes of idolation and devaluation. Basically, my man is a god, or my man is an arsehole and worthless. An unstable self-image or sense of self. Impulsivity in at least 2 areas that are potentially self-damaging, such as spending, sex, substance abuse, reckless driving, or binge eating. Chronic feelings of emptiness, and an inappropriate, intense anger or difficulty controlling anger.
I was really stupid in treating my body badly and giving it substances that not good. Why? If you don't agree with me, fuck you. Chinny Pondu, eat my fucking ass, you piece of shit. To be fair, I've acted like a big slut this past weekend, so it's not totally impossible to think that maybe I'm the one who had the STD.
As covered in my previous video, a narcissist, or somebody diagnosed with narcissistic personality disorder, has a very inflated sense of self, thinking themselves more important, more special, more unique, more intelligent, and more talented than other people. In order to receive a diagnosis of narcissistic personality disorder, a patient needs to show evidence of 5 out of the following criteria shown on your screen. Again, I will only read out those that I think are applicable. A belief that they are special or unique. Arrogance and conceit. Envy, both of others and the belief that others are envious of them. A grandiose sense of self-importance. A lack of empathy. A need for excessive admiration, and a sense of entitlement.
The person who just said not to text harassment, you will be getting charged for harassment, going to the police. Thank you. This person texted me, a person I don't even know. You look up my number to text me randomly, and then I call you out and you're like, don't message me ever again. You're a fucking idiot, and you're going to be dealt with by the law. Thank you. And shut up and leave too. Goodbye. There you go, baby Lee, replaced #1 fan. Welcome to Very Important Beezers. Ready, set, bees. Happy people who have their shit together. As messy as I am, I have my shit together and enough self-respect that I don't need to have a fucking reaction channel, not showing my face. I'll worry about my karma later. Add it to my tab.
Histrionic personality disorder. A mental health condition characterized by an overwhelming desire to be noticed and dramatic behavior. Well, okay. Characteristic by constant attention-seeking, emotional overreaction, and seductive behavior. They tend to be overdramatic, highly suggestible, and easily susceptible to the influence of others. They tend to feel uncomfortable or unappreciated when they are not the centre of attention. Behaviours include constant seeking of approval or attention, self-dramatisation and theatricality, self-centred or sexually seductive in inappropriate situations. They are lively and dramatic and may initially appear charming. The proverbial life of the party. Their interests and conversations will be self-focused. They use their physical appearance to draw attention to themselves. They tend to believe relationships are more intimate than they are. To be diagnosed with a histrionic personality disorder, you must show 5 of the symptoms shown on screen. Self-centeredness, feeling uncomfortable if not the centre of attention, constantly seeking reassurance or approval, inappropriate sexual appearance or behaviour, rapidly shifting emotional states may appear shallow, overly concerned with physical appearances, using it to draw attention to themselves. Their opinions are easily influenced by others, but they have difficulty backing them up with details. Excessively dramatic with exaggerated displays of emotion. Tendency to believe relationships are more intimate or serious than they are. And highly suggestible.
Like, people think I'm lying about the dumbest shit. They think I'm lying about taking a bath yesterday. Why would I lie about taking a bath? Like, you think I honestly don't ever shower? Like, for real? Give me a break. Whatever. Maybe not as much as everybody else, but who cares? There's nothing wrong with a little bacteria. I'm just joking. What is this new thing with people being cheap ass and sending the whole message in a fucking line? That needs to be banned. Baby in the guilt. Baby! You know whenever you're just on the outs with people and there's, like, bad energy? It's exciting dating because I'm kind of being like a hoe, but I'm going to be careful. I'm going to make a little hoe kit. I got the wipes, I got my lube, and I have condoms. We're going to get tested every 6 months.
Oppositional defiant disorder is an impulse control and conduct disorder and is defined as a pattern of angry, irritable moods, argumentative and defiant behaviour or vindictiveness. ODD is primarily considered a childhood disorder. Children with ODD will often clash with people in authority. However, some adults will continue this behaviour into adulthood, and I feel this applies here. An adult with ODD may feel mad at the world and may lose their temper regularly, even daily. This may manifest itself as road rage or verbal abuse. They will defend themselves relentlessly, often feel misunderstood, disliked, trapped and pushed around. They will have difficulty keeping jobs, are quick to anger, impatient and have a low tolerance for frustration. They see themselves as mistreated, and they also see themselves as a victim rather than the cause of arguments. In order to be diagnosed with ODD, patients must display at least 4 of the symptoms that are currently shown on screen. They often lose their temper, they are often touchy and easily annoyed, they are often angry and resentful, they often deliberately annoy others, often blame others for their own mistakes and behaviours, and have been spiteful and vindictive at least twice in the last 6 months, and are easily annoyed by others. They also have a habit of defending themselves forcibly and refusing to consider feedback from others.
Fuck you. Seriously, I don't give a fuck what you think. My channel's gonna get deleted. Ooh, really? It hasn't been deleted so far, motherfucker. Oh, sorry. I'm infringing on your little piece of shit fucking airplane space, skinny asshole. I don't care. You know what? You can suck my fat ass and you're gonna fucking love it. Lime Jello, you're fucking psychotic, you know that? I'm blocking you. Meant to tell you that. The fact that your husband wants to fuck me? What are you reporting me for? Speaking in my mind? I don't care if I get deleted from YouTube. I don't care because I will rise and I will go on any platform I want to. Don't you fucking worry and you will follow me. So
there is an umbrella term for some people with personality disorders called high conflict personalities. If you have one of these 5 personalities, you're considered a high conflict person. These personalities are, I have to read this because for the life of me I can't remember it, antisocial, narcissistic, borderline, histrionic or paranoid. I consider potentially 3 out of 5 pretty much would define somebody as being a high conflict personality. Now I find this all very compelling, but there again I would. If I didn't, I wouldn't be making this video. But there is just one more thing I want to address. Now, this is not a diagnosis in any way, shape or form. It's more a character trait. It's an arguing style. And this is called the ad hominem fallacy. Let me present. Ad hominem fallacy, or just ad hominem, is an attempt to discredit somebody's argument by personally attacking them. Instead of discussing the argument itself, criticism is directed towards the opponent's character, which is irrelevant to the discussion. An ad hominem attack is primarily used as a diversion tactic, either to unjustifiably shift the burden of proof to someone else or to change the topic. The person with the ad hominem attack falsely believes that the personal attack is a successful refutation or rebuttal of said argument. There are various types of ad hominem arguments. There's poisoning the well, such as, you've never had a serious relationship because you're so ugly, so you're in no position to criticise my relationship. There's a credentials fallacy. You're wrong because this isn't a topic that you have any knowledge or experience in. There's an appeal to motive. You're only saying this for views. There's an appeal to hypocrisy. You can't call me an animal abuser because you euthanized your dog because it was stressed. Sounds familiar. There is tone policing, focusing on how something is said, not what is said. There is the traitorous critic. That's what fat-phobic people would say, therefore you're fat-phobic and don't support me. There's the association fallacy. If you support reaction channels, you don't support me. And there's the abusive fallacy, an attack on the opposition in an abusive manner. You're ugly and stupid and you have no teeth. No one would ever watch you if it wasn't for me. What do you think? I think I'm wearing some splendid trousers. And also, I think you guys might have wanted to meet Pebbles, who has been on my knee for the entire duration of me recording this. Well, it's me done for another video. I really enjoyed doing this, and I hope you enjoy it too. My next video, which hopefully will be up in a week, is basically a step-by-step guide on how to spot a liar. When I first started researching it, I only had Amberlynn Reid in mind, because quite frankly, she has a lot, and I mean a lot, of cues and tells she does when she's lying. However, when researching video footage this week with Foodie Beauty, well, guess what? Somebody else is really bad at lying too. Thank you for your time. I was astounded last week at the amount of views I got. I've been only doing this for 7 weeks now, and quite frankly I am surprised that anybody would want to watch this weird old fart talk about stuff. Bless you all. See you soon. I look forward to all your responses. So, ta-ta for now. Please sit back, relax, enjoy, and occasionally see a cat walk past. I'll show you pretty face. Not to be confused about chronicles about people that happen to be more renowned than we'll be covering the enigma that is Foodie Beauty, or Chantal, or whatever it is she happens to be, or the enigma that is Foodie Beauty, who has as many characters as, yeah. Okay, soundtrack. Sound check. Glasses, big boobs, bra strap, tattoo, tabby coquette, skeleton, weird mask, cat spam.